What is going on, folks? It's your boy Lucas with the Big Go Pack Go channel. Here we like to talk about the Packers, but we do show a little love to the rest of the NFL. And I do owe all of y'all the thoughts and opinions and draft analysis, predictions, my personal thoughts of it all. And I don't really believe in grades throughout the whole series. This is the final video of all the drafts ones. Um, and out of all of them, throughout all of them, I have said that I don't believe in grades. First year or the second year. Although the second year we can start. After the second year, we can start talking about how they look. Because sometimes the first year they're good, and they got a sophomore slump, or his first year they're not that good, and they're good the second and third year, second year, or they're good all throughout. It always changes. So we're going to talk about the AFC East, the last one, uh, starting with the New York Jets, who probably had one of the better drafts. They got Sauce Gardner, Garrett Wilson, and Jermaine Johnson in the first round. They traded back up into the first round to get Jermaine Johnson. But holy cow! Let me tell y'all, that is something. That is a great haul. And then to get Brees Hall, it's a great haul. And to get Brees Hall, weird word coming out of your mouth. Either way, yeah, no, that's a good young running back to develop next to who's that kid? Carter. Got UNC. But shoot, boy, I think it's Michael Carter or something like that. Either way, he's gonna be a good compliment to him. Definitely was seen as like the 1A, 1B, pick your poison type of best running back of the draft next to Kenneth Walker. So, yeah, no, that's four really good draft picks. Jeremy Rucker played at Ohio State, a tight end at Ohio State. Give him a couple of seasons, and he might actually be really good. They come out of a really good system. They're well coached players. It just depends on this NFL coaching staff to develop him. But he's got the tools. Dude's big. Dude's got it. He played with Justin Fields. He played with C.J. Stroud. So like, dude has played with good quarterbacks. So he should be able to help with Zach Wilson's development, and along with Garrett Wilson. That's two really great receiving threats right there. Brees Hall can catch out of the backfield, and he's a great runner. Like, shoot, if these guys can really develop, there's not a lot that you can say against these draft choices. Max Mitchell is a great offensive tackle prospect out of Louisiana, and Michael Clemens, defensive end out of Texas A&M. We all know who the better defensive end out of Texas A&M was, or defensive lineman really. But still, if they can develop him, he might still be a great rotational guy. Behind, Jermaine Johnson, who's got tools to go ahead of you. But they're going to bring him along slowly, as they already said. So we'll see how that goes. But these guys, this could be a really good small draft haul, 7 picks, but 6 of the 7 could really turn out to be really starters for who knows how long. What's beautiful is that the 2 receivers they drafted both come out of Ohio State. The 2 receiving threats that they drafted both come out of Ohio State. But yeah, man, you know what? This thing is bothering me. I'm not about to keep messing with that thing. next thing, either yeah, 6 or 7. This could be great. That could be a really good draft haul. Bills didn't have that many more picks than they did. What did it? 8, yeah. So they got Kyrie Elam in the first round. Tre'Davious White, Kyrie Elam on the same field. If Kyrie Elam plays his potential, they should not be allowed to play on the same field. It's like a Jair Alexander, Eric Stokes, like, dude, holy cow. Then they took James Cook a little bit early for him. I think there was better running backs that they could have picked, honestly. Pierre Strong. Oh yeah, he would have been nasty. But now they got to face Pierre Strong. We'll talk about that later. But he would have been nasty with them. But you know, they pick who they want to pick. Either way, shoot. Then Terrell Bernard. Apparently, I think he's gonna be good at special teams to begin with, but he's a little undersized. That's the thing about him, though. He's a little undersized. He's 6'1", 224. Undersized. Even in weight, like, dude's got to get up 235, playing a middle linebacker role. Although he is the athletic type, so I mean, coverage, I guess he does what Terrell Edmonds doesn't do too well. Solid tackler, so I guess that's what they. We'll see. Khalil Shakur is that it is just not fair to keep giving Josh Allen weapons like that, but apparently they were able to just find another one. Matt Araiza, let's just skip that. Christian Benford, DB out of Villanova. I didn't know much about him. I still don't know much about him. I haven't heard much about him, so we'll see how that goes. Luke Tenuta, an offensive tackle, the other offensive tackle out of or offensive lineman out of Virginia Tech. Truthfully, he's a good developmental guy. We'll see where he goes. The Bills seem to have fixed up their offensive line just a little more, better shored up, but we'll see how that goes. From there, I don't know if he might just be a jumbo set guy here and there if they need him. Who knows? And then Baylon Spector, linebacker out of Clemson, coming out of a good system, and they just need linebacker depth, so why not? Truthfully, those 4 first picks could really do a lot. This is, I mean, having already lost Matt Araiza is, I don't know. Their second pick, James Cook pick. I mean, they did need a running back. Look, Devin Singletary is okay. I like Devin Singletary. He's not that bad, but he's not like a number 1. I don't see. He hasn't really taken the chance of number. Now, granted, the Bills haven't had a great offensive line. They haven't had that great of an offensive line. The fact that Josh Allen is that athletic, he can get away, so he's able to do the plays that he has, which is, we've also been watching it for a couple years now. Like, how do you do it? I mean, you gotta be that athletic, I guess, behind that offensive line, but neither Devin Singletary nor Zach Moss have been able to do it. So I don't foresee, unless this offensive line is that much improved, I don't foresee James Cook really taking a step up. Although the guys that they did have last season were an improvement from the seasons before. We'll see. They didn't really draft an offensive lineman too high up. He's over in the 6th round, so those guys are just darts in the dark, see if you hit. You know, um, Kyrie Irving, um, he doesn't have to cover the number one, which is a blessing to him. He doesn't have to cover the number one. Trevor, Tre'Davious White. I don't know why I said Trevor. Tre'Davious White already does that, so Kyrie Irving just needs to cover the number two. It's going to be a beautiful matchup to watch them and the Bengals, seeing Jamar Chase covered by Trey White, two LSU cats going against each other, and Kyrie Irving going against T. Higgins, who's covering Tyler Boyd, whoever the slot guy is, but we'll see. That'll be a fun matchup. It'll come down to whose front seven can stop whose, because Joe Mixon is a whole different running back. Moving on. Miami Dolphins. Shoot. Now they had a decently small. I can't even okay. They had 4 picks. I mean, they drafted Channington. No, they did pick. They did trade picks for Tyreek Hill. That is, and just look, that is unfair. Okay, it's unfair. You got 2 fastest friggin' receivers on the same team. I mean, they had already signed Cedric Wilson, who was a decently fast. He's not as fast as both of these guys, but he's gonna be good on the slot. And the funny part is they can all play on all points. Although Cedric Wilson is more of a slot guy, he wasn't ever much of an outside receiver with the Cowboys. But at least I don't remember. I think they had Amari Cooper out there more often. Michael Gallup. Obviously recently CeeDee Lamb, but I didn't really see much of Cedric Wilson like that. Either way. Moving on, and they drafted Eric Nzukamba too, like another big fast guy, like 6'2". He ran a 4.4, I think. So yeah, 6'2". A 4.38. Bro, you come on, man. It's already bad enough you got 2 small fast guys, but now you got this 6'2", 4.38. Come on, man. And he's been showing that he might be a good pick, so we'll see. Skylar Thompson, you know what, I did not know anything about him, but watching him, I mean, we'll see where he develops. If Tua falls, they might give him the keys. I think so. I didn't really say that. Alright, and then you got Cameron Good. You know what, no, I'm gonna take the credit if it happens. So either way, Cameron Good, offensive outside linebacker from California. I mean, they need linebacker depth. That's why they got Channing Tindall in the same breath. They don't need secondary help. For Christ's sake, their secondaries nuts. Xavier Howard and Byron Jones, Noah Benogany, and Brandon Jones, Javon Holland. Bro, this is just too many names to remember. It's stacked. So, but Channing Tindall might help in that linebacker role. But in a very small draft, you can't really blame them if they hit. Obviously, they have Tyreek Hill, a bona fide star, so they traded away their first and second for that. More power to them because they went for a bona fide star rather than a potential. But the guys they grabbed for the most three of the four look to have a lot of potential. We'll see where they all go. Because again, we all don't know. We don't know. We really don't. You know, it's all potential. And going on to the last team, the New England Patriots. The most confusing draft ever, draft class ever. But these guys are known for having some weird draft classes, so let's go over it because Cole Strange was certain one over. Was their first overall pick. Offensive guard at Tennessee Chattanooga. I mean he may be good, and he may be a very good offensive lineman. I don't know if that was definitely their first need by any means. But then they did go out for another receiver, so receiver help. And Tyquan Thornton, one of the fastest receivers. I mean, what was it? He ran a 4.23, 4.24, no, 4.28. He's 6'2" and ran a 4.28, right? Yeah. 4.28. Right, yeah, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous fast. The track star at Baylor. But yeah, went for receiver help, speed kills, and he's big. He's a tall dude, 6'2", thinner frame. But either way, we'll see if he can develop into being really good with Mac Jones. Marcus Jones, cornerback out of Houston, 3rd round, and another cornerback in Jack Jones out of Arizona State. The Jones brothers. But yeah, I mean, it's corner help. They did lose J.C. Jackson, so hopefully one of those guys hits it. And I mean, I don't know if they signed anybody. I don't remember. I'm trying to keep up too much for them. Talk about the Packers much more. But either way, cornerbacks to develop. Marcus Jones might be a great slot guy. He has a slot size, even though he played on the outside at Houston. Either way, Jack Jones, I didn't know much about him. I think he's a little bit of a bigger guy. He's 5'11", so because Marcus Jones is like 5'9", so a little bit of a bigger guy, but a little bigger slot guy. We'll see. Pierre Strong, another running back, as if they needed it. Yeah, as I mentioned him earlier. He's a good running back. Don't get me wrong. He would have been like number 3 or 4 running back in the draft class. Maybe 4, 5. Something like that. But I mean, it's really the draft gets so much confusing because then they double dipped in cornerbacks, and then they got Bailey Zappi, a quarterback in the 4th round. Well, they really need a quarterback unless they're starting down Mac Jones like that, but I don't think they do. I think maybe a developmental backup, Brian Hoyer style, I guess. And they double dipped into a running back at South Carolina, Kevin Harris. Don't understand that. I didn't know much about Kevin Harris. I think he's just a more bruiser type. Yeah, 5'10", 221. So, I mean, something different than what they had. Um, it's not like they're good schemers though. Bill Belichick is good at scheming around everything, so we'll see. Sam Roberts, defensive tackle out of Northwest Missouri State. Good for them to develop under Christian Barmore. He is going to be great for them. And Sam Roberts could be a good rotational guy. Spells him or something. Jason Hines, more offensive line help. And then stop there because they took Andrew Stuber out of Michigan, which that's a good because they took two guys from good schools, Chase Hines out of LSU and Andrew Stuber out of Michigan. So maybe they can bring that experience from good schools, good coaching staff, and the competition, and develop at least decent backups for these guys. We all know at some point they may use them because the Patriots are the Patriots and they scheme everybody into the game for some reason. But they win sometimes that way, so it works. Whatever, y'all do y'all. But big draft class, they gotta hit somewhere, right? You can't miss every single one. But all right, well. Yeah, that's truthfully. I mean, we'll see. There's more to talk about with the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets as far as between how varying the draft classes are, how small even though the Miami Dolphins draft class is small, it may be pretty productive in the sense of like how the rotational players that they got. We'll see. And then the Patriots, I mean, they got a lot of answers or answers to give, really, because the questions have been flying. But we gotta give them their time, because this is all based on potential. These guys see something, so we'll see where it goes. Either way, y'all, that's really it for it all. Thank y'all for sticking with me. I appreciate y'all going through every single one of these. If you haven't seen all the other videos, go ahead and go give them a watch. They're somewhere in the suggestions or on the channel. Just go ahead and go find them. Y'all know where to go. Plus, go down in the comment section and let me know what you think about your team. If you like any of these teams, let me know what you feel about it. Or if any of your other teams in the past ones have you can come back and comment on this one, comment on that one. I'd love to talk to y'all about it. And what your opinions are if you have watched these players, because trust me, I have not watched these players. I do more watch the Packers rather than in college, but I have seen some of these players play, and in college tape or all that. So then again, you all have to remember it. We are not in there, so there's a bunch of these players that we don't hear about at some points. So I'm right on y'all same boat. Either way, this is my opinions about all the draft classes, and I highly appreciate y'all sticking with it. Catch me in the next ones. In the next video, we're actually gonna start talking more in depth about the Packers. We're gonna leave the NFL alone. It's time to focus on the Packers. The season's starting, baby. I'm hyped. Let's go. Before we go, you know what it is. Go Pack, go.